My first solar power system used to work on batteries, off-grid. Then it became easier to go grid tie, with a lot more efficiency. So I decided to start over, and I made a metal base for 8 250 watt panels using microinverters. At first, I installed only 2 panels. I started by harvesting 500 watts per hour. I had the idea of gradually adding panels and microinverters. Maybe afterwards I would be able to sell my former 3150 watt panels. After I installed the first 250 watt panels for the new project, I had a revelation. Wouldn't it be possible to use the former panels using microinverters? If I managed to sell them just for being used, I would lose a lot of money. So I decided to swap the connections of 28 of the 31 panels in order to use a group of them with a single microinverter. Each Renesola microinverter I plan to use would handle 250 watts. So if I used 4 panels for a single microinverter, I would be producing 200 watts from the 4 panels. I would have to buy 250 watts of inverter capacity and would be harvesting only 200 watts per inverter. So I determined to use 6 panels for each microinverter. I would have 300 watts in panels and would be harvesting 250 watts in AC. It made sense to me since I would be harvesting 250 watts per microinverter earlier every morning. I used a series parallel configuration of panels to generate an open circuit voltage well within the input range of each microinverter, between 22 and 66 volts. I called Renesola to play it safe, and they did not object. So I bought 5 Renesola microinverters and did the proper wiring. To make it worse, not all my former panels were the same type. 10 of them were nominally 24 volts. That is, they were 30 volts open circuit. I wired them in 2 groups of 5, one group for each microinverter. The results were excellent. I am currently harvesting 1,750 watts per hour at noon. I have no shading problems, so I did not have any hot spots. The system has been operating for a year and a half now, with no problems whatsoever. I was able to install 7 microinverters and still got left 3 50-watt panels, which I intend to use with another 3 panels, adding another microinverter. I will thus have the 2 kilowatt-hour I plan to have with the original new project, and I will have free space in the new base for adding 6 more 250-watt panels with an inverter each. This is a view of my system as seen from the roof of a nearby house. At the left you can see the 50-watt panels I had originally connected to the off-grid system, and which are currently as grid tie with 5 microinverters. At the right you can see the 2 250-watt panels on the new project base.